Speaker. Kathy Pham, All the World's a Stage. All the World's a Stage, Kathy Pham.
And all men and women are merely players. Spoken by the great William Shakespeare. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. No matter what roles we play in life, we all engage in public speaking in one form or another. Whether that's the role of a parent engaged in a heartfelt conversation with her child, the employee engaged in her presentation to the board of directors, or the audience engages in the actor's storytelling. The truth is, we use public speaking in many areas of our lives. Throughout my years of theatrical acting, I discovered that acting and public speaking skills are very similar. Both include being a confident, creative, and competent presenter on stage. Now, we all have a message that we want to share with the world. And by using these three skills, it will help us provide quality presentations to the audience. First, being competent in front of an audience, no matter what size, is all about speaking from the heart. In high school, I competed in a debate tournament where I had to act out my monologue. I remember sitting at my seat, frightened to death. My hands were shaking, beads of sweat were pouring down my face, and my heart was racing a mile a minute. I remember repeating the lines over and over and over again in my mind for memorization until I heard the judge go, "Kathy Pham, you're up next." I slid awkwardly from my seat and made my way in front of the classroom. I began with an enthusiastic start. I was midway into my third sentence when all of a sudden, the lines disappeared from my mind. I stood there, frozen, like a deer caught in the headlights. My mind was blank, and all I could muster out next was, "I'm sorry. I forgot my lines." I slowly made my way back to my seat, feeling humiliated, defeated, embarrassed. That day, I felt like a complete failure. But looking back on it now, I realize that's one of the best lessons I learned in public speaking. That true confidence lies in speaking from the heart, not memorization. Overcoming the fear of speaking in front of an audience requires channeling all that negative energy of nervousness, anxiety, and fear into confidence from the heart. And that is much more powerful. Secondly, being creative in conveying a message brings your presentation to life. I was once casted as a woman who sought revenge from a man who mistreated her. I truly had to summon up the feelings of hatred, resentment, and anger in order to bring her character to life. The same goes for public speaking. As presenters, we first determine a clear message, an underlying theme. And then we invoke feelings and stories to bring our presentation to life. Both skilled actors and presenters are open and willing to try new ideas in order to tailor each successful performance. Lastly, being a competent presenter means being prepared. We've all heard of the saying, practice makes perfect. In my college drama classes, it was common for us to rehearse up to 8 times before our first show, because we knew that the more we rehearsed, the more we were prepared to present on stage. The same concept is true for public speaking. When we spend time revising our drafts and practicing our presentations, we will be prepared to give our audience our very best. Lucius Seneca, a famous Roman philosopher, once said, "Life's a play. It's not the length, but the excellence in the acting that matters." Now, in the fulfillment of the many roles we play in life, I challenge each one of you today to strive to be confident, creative, and competent in all your presentations. Whether your stage is at home, in the boardroom, in theater, or right here, giving your Toastmasters speech. When we excel in our presentations, we will become outstanding performers on the stage of life. And in the end, we give ourselves and audience the very best performance of a lifetime. Mr. Toastmaster.